Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Welcome to the Everyday Sikhi Show, a weekly show based on how we can make Gurbani, Sikhi relevant in our lives and help us in our daily lives. So this show है ਅਸੀਂ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਗੁਰਮਤ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਤ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਹਾਈ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੈ today's topic is bullying. Bullying happens in schools and workplaces and in society. And especially affects teenagers and youngsters. So bullying मतलब ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਲਜਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਰੂਪ ਕਰਕੇ they being targeted because of their Sikh appearance. ਸੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਗੈਸਟ ਭਾਈ ਬਲਰਾਜ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਓਲਡਬਰੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਬਰਮਿੰਗਮ 'ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਹੀ ਇਜ਼ ਜੋਇਨਡ ਅਸ ਸੋ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਸੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਟੂ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮੇਕ ਅ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. So just before we start doing some vichar, I don't know if you're aware about a young Singh Bhai Sahab. It's about 1996 ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ I remember on ITN news ਮਤਲਬ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ name Vijay Singh ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ suicide ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ bully ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ and we've got a picture which we will show on the screen of Bhai Vijay Singh as well. So Bhai Vijay Singh was 13 years old 13 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਕੇਸਾਧਾਰੀ ਸੀ and he committed suicide. That was the first time I thought, wow, that somebody's, it's a big step, and it came up on the news. ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਆ which we will be going to play, which the ਵੀਰ ਜੀ in the back room will play. And ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਆ is a video made by a group called Voiceless, and by Vijay Singh when he was 13 years old. Before he committed suicide because of bullying, ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਰੂਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੋਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਸੀ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਤਮ ਹੱਤਿਆ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੁਸਾਈਡ ਕੀਤੀ. Before committing suicide he wrote a poem. ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਆ 2 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਆ ਇਸ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੀਰ ਜੀ's poem going to be read and it just goes through his journey.
If I tell anybody they'll hurt me. Why can't I be normal, like all the other kids?
They run after me and beat me. I just don't understand. They call me names and say if I tell anybody, they'll hurt me.
This place is so horrible. I want to go home and never come back. Can I tell you a secret?
Monday, my money was taken.
Names called.
Wednesday, my uniform torn.
Thursday, my body pouring with blood. Friday, it's ended. Saturday, freedom.
They tell me I'm fat when I'm sitting in class. I told the teacher, but she just said I was being silly. Who do I talk to?
I get really nervous around them. They always look at me and laugh. I don't want to go to school today because it makes me sad. All the other kids have fancy clothes and make fun of what I wear.
They call me a terrorist and tell me to go back to my own country. I've tried to tell them I am a Sikh and that I believe we are all equal.
So that was a video of Bhai Vijay Singh's from his last pages of his diary before he committed suicide. There was a poem written by a Gursikh after his suicide. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਇੱਕ poem ਲਿਖੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ how can we help people who are in a situation of being bullied. Racist ruffian, low down scum, foul mouthed thug. Do you think it's fun to beat up a kid who's half your size? knock his turban and punch his eyes. He gets good grades and it makes you sick. Turban head's clever and you're so thick. You push and punch and steal his lunch. You swing your fist, his nose gets a punch. Bleeding packy, bloody packy. Swear a lot, then steal his money. Grab his arm, push him to the wall. Punch, crunch, he takes the fall. Kick, spit, watch him crawl. Walk away from his crying call. Lessons start at the school from hell. Classrooms more like a prison cell. Sitting in his blood-stained clothes, tears in his eyes and busted nose. Bully boys don't stop their taunting. No teacher saw his daily haunting. No teacher saw you're a no teacher said you're a lion sing. Be brave, be strong, but never give in. A message, end of the poem, a message. So what's happened to him? And a Gursikh, if he could speak to this young Singh called Vijay Singh, this is what the message he wants to give. Be brave, be strong, but never give in. School bell rings, bye-bye friends, I ain't coming to hell again. Now it goes back to by Vijay Singh describing him. Running home as fast as he can, no one knows his secret plan. Up the stairs for freedom call. He escapes from his body walls. Free at last from the violence, hangs himself in deadly silence. Where he ends, we begin. Bullies won't kill another Singh. Unite as children, make the change. Don't let things stay the same. We want freedom, no more crime. We want freedom all the time. So a very powerful poem written by a Gursikh after the suicide of by Vijay Singh. So, Bhai Balraj Singh ji, we're talking about bullying. Bullying happens in schools. I don't know. Did you have any personal experience of bullying when you were young, or were you predominantly Punjabi school?
I did have experience of bullying. I used to live in South Wales for 10 years.
Oh,
in Swansea, just past Swansea.
Were you born in Wales?
I was born in Wolverhampton, but I've done near enough all my nursery, my primary, all my junior school. So 10 years I went to school in South Wales.
Okay, ठीक है जी. And ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ?
I think me and another one person, he wasn't a singer. I used to have a good team when I was smaller.
Okay.
So I think I was the only singer in that school.
Okay. So what experience did you have being there at school, so a while ago as well? So comparing the times of now, ਹੁਣ ਦੇ ਸਮਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਕਾਫੀ change ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, there's quite a changes in society. So what experiences ਕੀ name calling ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ?
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਰਾ poem ਚ read ਕੀਤਾ, really and truly I was relating to 80-90% of that, ਹਨਾ? Because ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਏਦਾਂ, as I said, I was the only singer in the school because very good tune this Sikhi.
Target, you became a target.
And they said, what's that? You got a bun on your head, you got a this, you got that, you got a flower on your head. They used to corner me, they used to beat me up, they used to spit on me. And this is the truth, this is, right? And I wanted to fight back loads of times, but there were too many of them. I was only on my own,
Veer ji, maaf karna, break ta jana hai, we come back to the story. So we talk about bullying, ta bhai sahab apne sort of share karde hai, and their parents watching, jehde maa baap hai, could be brothers and sisters, or even young people watching. To assi ki kar sakde hai, what can we do to tackle this problem of bullying? We come back up the break. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome back to the Everyday Sikhi Show. So in the today show we got Bhai Balraj Singh Ji. So Bhai Balraj Singh Ji, ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ bullying ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, where people are picked on, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੋਰ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, and you were just sharing your experience. We read by Vijay Singh's poem, and the Sangat watched the small clip of a video based on him, and you were saying you related to that. So this is ਦੱਸਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਜੂੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ you were at Kestari, and you were mentioning at school that you were targeted, ਹਾਂਜੀ?
Yeah, I was targeted because my color and my appearance, है ना? Bullying
Were there any और ਚ ਹੋਰ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਬੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, any ਕਾਲੇ ਬੱਚੇ, any Chinese or anybody else look different?
Maybe ਇੱਕ ਦੋ Chinese ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ about 30 years ago, 30 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ, ਫਿਰ ਕਾਫੀ like 1980s, ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ South Wales, England ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, UK ਚ, some people might know, we was maybe me and my dad and family was one of the first. We used to have a shop in the village. Okay. Shop ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਡੈਡੀ ਦੀ, ਨਾ? And so I had some friends as well, ਇੱਕ ਦੋ friend ਵੀ ਸੀਗੇ, but now looking back at it, even ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਰੇ friend ਵੀ ਸੀਗੇ, they was also kind of victims of bullying. That's why ਮੇਰੇ friend ਸੀਗੇ.
ਅੱਛਾ, ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ
like
okay.
In this day and age you might call them geeks.
Okay, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ. They were picked on for some other reason.
If you can understand what I'm trying to say, है ना? If you don't try and like say, okay, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਭੋਲੇ ਭਾਲੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, they're not too much troublemakers. And I used to get quite a lot of it. And same ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੋਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ, when the school bell used to go, I remember I used to be one of the same kids that used to run home. I know, because ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ 2-3 people is going to be after me. So I used to run like exactly like the poem. That's when you're reading it, I really felt that to my heart close, because I could imagine what our Virji 20 years ago, who hung himself, went through. And I have to tell nobody. And the other way, sometimes we can't notice this in children. Me myself, I got a daughter, she's 16 now, and my youngest daughter is 11. So do good and sometimes bullying apa kar nahi dasana. We're not going to tell our parents. I didn't tell my parents, because it's that kind of thing. One, actually, because I thought they couldn't do nothing. They
struggle to speak English or something?
Yeah, not only English, because I was so young at that time, you know, so I thought, like, you know, so I was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I thought, well, they're not going to really be understanding, or not only understanding, you know, I didn't know any different. I didn't know it's bullying. They're just doing more. It's only now, in the last 20 years, there's been more awareness on bullying. But that time, there was no prachar. Even in English times, there was nothing to say about bullying.
One-off incident but this is a systematic day and day.
Daily, hanji.
So you didn't tell anybody. So
Appa ਫਿਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਐਨ move ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸੀਗੇ, about when I was 12, 13 years old. We was in South Wales since I was about 2-3 years old. So up ਐਨ move ਹੋ ਗਏ, ਫਿਰ we moved to the Midlands, and there's ਆਪਣੀ Indian ਆ ਗਏ ਸੀਗੇ. That's when I telling the truth, that's when my life started going downwards, started smoking, even though I tried in Wales. But I got a bit of honsla, basically, a bit of faith. So when somebody did used to bully, because when I come here, it happened here as well. But only for a short time.
Okay. Was this Punjabis or non-Punjabis?
No, it was non-Punjabi.
Okay,
Gore, hanji. But it didn't last long here. After 2-3 months,
confidence,
because I did Punjabi sare paase. So ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਹੀ ਸੀਗਾ, ਤੇ even though ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਢਾ ਸਕਦਾ, I couldn't, because ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇ ਕਰੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਢਾ ਲੈਣਾ. So it's that fear as well, the anger and fear, and then when I come here, it was the case of then okay, then I started retaliating, because so it wasn't just 1 against 100, it was 50 and 50.
Again, time ਬਹੁਤ ਛੇਤੀ ਲੰਘਦਾ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਵਿੱਚ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਸਮਾਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਭੱਜਦਾ ਆ. ਵੀਰ ਜੀ, coming towards the end of the show, if there's a young person watching, Akaal TV ਕੋਈ ਵੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ, young person watching, ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਭੈਣ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ, ਕੋਈ ਛੋਟਾ ਵੀਰ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ, they are being bullied at school or college, what practical steps would you advise that we could all make advice kar sakde hai?
Okay, see, I can understand sometimes it's hard to tell the parents, and in most cases it is this, when you get bullying, actually, you know, you suffer in silence on your own. most of the time, because everybody G karda to tell your mom or your dad or anybody. There is a lot of helplines, there is a lot of organizations. If you're in Birmingham area or UK, you got Sikh Youth UK, Sikh Youth Birmingham, we actually deal with bullying. We've dealt with quite a lot of cases. We're going to the schools, we're going to the houses. They can phone us.
You're based in a Gurdwara Sahib, Facebook?
Yeah, in a Gurdwara Sahib. On the page book, media, Sikhi Birmingham, Sikhi UK. Aap help karde, madad karde.
So, ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. And speak up.
And if you don't get it as a jail certificate, which you nahi kadde, if you don't get it out of your system, or build up ho ke, and it ends up mental breakdown.
Mental be suicidal.
Suicide, with this example, there are 5 videos in the suicide, which we don't want anybody to go down there. No chance, he thinks that, or she thinks that my life is not worthy to live. There's always a solution. So one thing is, tell the community. Could be a friend, could be a teacher, could be organization. For example, going to the Gurdwara Sahib on Fridays, we apne veer apna ikkathe hunde on the Smed Gurdwara utte ja ke das diyo.
Cousins.
Akaal TV ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ email ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. So in terms of tackling bullying, imagine ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਆ, imagine parents ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ, what can they do to help a young person who's being bullied?
First of all,
Sikhi Swaroop baare hai.
Sikhi Swaroop, well, they can reach out first. First thing is, like, obviously bullying starts in Sikhi Swaroop because they start taking like the Mickey out of their parents. Oh, he gal hai na. So
teachera
karde. So in that sense, sometimes the person who's bullying the person, the bully himself, he doesn't know about the history or about the religion, or if he did, or if he's educated enough, then maybe he might not bully.
बिल्कुल.
So कई बारी lack of education होता है ना.
जिस सर्टे ये गलते दास school teacher रहा. I used to teach a secondary school, and that secondary school was very rough. उते council state होता सी. पर मारा दी कृपा दानी when I had the opportunity to speak to the students, when I came first, my first day, my interview day, a year 7, मतलब 11 साल 12 साल का बच्चा उन्हें मैंने terrorist किया. He goes terrorist, and that was in front of the in my interview.
Okay.
But Maradi Kirpa, the same children who, when they look and stare and laugh, when we talked about Sikhi with them, showed them videos, World War I, the 2, medals, इतने बच्चे respect when they see them, Mr. Singh, Mr. and इतना प्यार करते. So I say nobody is really bad. कोई बंदा मारा नहीं. It's a lack of understanding and education. So ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਈ ਮਾਂ-ਬਾਪ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਦਾ, they can approach the school. ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ 'ਚ capability ਹੈਗੀ ਬੋਲਣ ਦੀ, ਫਿਰ ਠੀਕ ਆ. ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ do a presentation, ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ tackle ਕਰੋ. If someone's being bullied, tell the principal, we want action. ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ action the schools should take. If
serious action.
ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. Imagine ਕੋਈ ਮਾਂ-ਬਾਪ ਆ, for example Midlands ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਤੇ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਯੂਰਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਲੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ. ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਕੂਲ 'ਚ ਜਾਈਏ, ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ?
ਉਹ like they can take a family member, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੋਈ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਬੋਲਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ, it could be a cousin or a friend even, ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ organizations ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ. Gurdwara Sahib, they can go there, they can get something from the Gurdwara, they can get a chitti written out.
Even Akaal TV ਦੇ ਹੇਠਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ contact ਕਰਕੇ, I'm sure Akaal TV ਵਾਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ can tell you, ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਏਰੀਆ 'ਚ ਫਲਾਣੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਫਲਾਣੇ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਜਾਂ ਵੀਰ ਜੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, because a lot of people doing education, ਨਾ ਲੋਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ awareness. ਅੱਜ ਬਹੁਤ, there's lots of things happening. Okay, so that's in terms of the school. So telling somebody, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ.
Very important, never keep it inside.
ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਬੇਇੱਜ਼ਤੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ.
ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ confidential 'ਚ ਦੱਸੋ. ਏਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ it's going to be made open, ਵੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ. No, we strictest of confidentiality, we'll keep it, and so nobody is going to know, because ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ bullying, they don't want everybody to know. We're getting bullied.
So we've got helplines. We're going to contact the TV stations, and they can give you details of these organizations. So ek tell somebody, ek jere parents vekhde a, that they can contact the school immediately. Pata lagge. One thing is jere parents mere man chanda that they should look out for signs for bullying. Tusi apne mummy daddy nu dassiya nahi. So ajkal there's more awareness. What type of signs would you want to be looking at when ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ? What type of signs would you want to be looking out for if someone's being bullied? ਕੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਚਿਹਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਬਿਹੇਵੀਅਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਚੇਂਜਸ ਦਿਸਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ?
See, the changes could be like a child staying quiet. I used to be quite quiet, है ना?
Okay, चुप रहना बस.
चुप जा रहना, like है ना? And then it's come to the point where I used to sometimes take extra crisps or lunch just to buy these bullies.
Oh,
This is the truth. This was.
ठीक है.
मैं अपना खाना भी दे देना उन्होंने. हाँ, मैं जान के मैं जो जाना मैं 2 पैकेट रख लेने मैं उन्हें दे दूँगा 2 because at least they won't pick on me, है ना?
ਇਹ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਕਈ ਬੱਚੇ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਭੁੱਖ ਮਰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ.
ਭੁੱਖ ਮਰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ.
ਭੁੱਖ ਮਰ ਜਾਂਦੀ
So
ਹੈ.
if you notice the sandwich box is coming back, है ना? It's not always necessarily the case, yeah. But ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ if you're a parent, है ना? ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਾਂ-ਬਾਪ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਉਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਬੱਚੇ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ sometimes you can tell I can now and in this day and age ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਰਹੀਦਾ we don't pay too much attention
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੱਚੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਪੈਣਾ you need to spend time with your kids and
yeah I mean ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ sometimes you should have that
friendly relationship.
In my situation, my wife has got it with my children, and I'm the strict kind of person.
ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਸਖਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ friendly relax ਹੁੰਦਾ.
Good cop, bad cop.
Bad cop.
So my wife is more open with them. She speaks to my daughters about everything. If you're getting bullied, you know, tell us, no problem. You know, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਵੀ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਡਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਡੈਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਚ ਲੜਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਣਾ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਹਨਾ
ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਤੇ ਬੇਇੱਜ਼ਤੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ
ਬੇਇੱਜ਼ਤੀ ਹੈ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਫਿਰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬੇਇੱਜ਼ਤੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਹਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ it's not always the case the parents will go and speak to them amicably and try to resolve it in the most professional way they can hana and but bullying is very very serious ਏਦਾਂ ਨਾ ਸੋਚੋ ਵੀ serious ਨਹੀਂ if anybody is getting bullied speak up if you're not going to speak to your parents speak to an older person a cousin older friend a teacher aside jala ke after school on their own in the playground but guaranteed speak up
ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਰੁਕਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਛੇਤੀ ਭੱਜਦਾ ਆ ਸੋ ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਆ ਟੂ ਯੰਗਸਟਰਸ ਰੀਡ ਯੂ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ when you read your history ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸਪਿਰਿਟ ਆਉਗੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ you get so full of courage bravery and you have a proud feeling when you feel proud of yourself then others will be proud of you as well if you feel ashamed of yourself ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਰਮ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ others will make you feel ashamed as well so be proud of yourself be proud of your history ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜੋ ਫਿਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿਨ ਨਰ ਪਾਓ ਜਿਨ ਹਰ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਜੀ ਤਿਨ ਕਾ ਪਾਓ ਸਭ ਗਵਾਸੀ those who meditate on the fearless one they become fearless ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਲੇ ਗੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਚ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ so do ਸਿਮਰਨ you become fearless read your history you get bravery and courage and tell the sangat here to help don't keep your problems in sorry ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ anybody like to give any feedback ਕੋਈ suggestions ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ any help please contact Akaal TV email should appear ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ